This episode was recorded in one take. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sorry, boss. All right. Hi, Jano.
Yes, we're back. Hi, Seth. It's been a while.
Hi. We're back for round 2 of our podcast.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So
Exciting.
speaking of round 2, we promise our listeners, viewers, that we'll be back on the first week of February. No, wait, March. Sorry.
Yeah, we're back.
But something happened.
Oh yeah.
Can you explain that?
Basically, the mozzies got me. I had to stay.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to go to hospital because I had dengue and had to rest for 2 weeks. And yeah, I had to cancel a bunch of things, and I had to leave for work. And yun, the podcast is also had to be delayed. So, but hey, we're back now for another round.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but are you really okay though? Are you, Jano? Are you?
I'm healthy. I mean, I fully recovered now, thankfully. But yeah, we're back to business. Anyways, speaking of business, I think we have upcoming events, right, Seth?
Yes, upcoming events. Well, technically, Dudes and Dice server or our community in Dudes and Dice doesn't have any particular projects this month, but we have some behind the scenes and some secret projects, and we have an upcoming event this April. Is it this? Is that it? Yeah, April. I heard it was awesome.
Well,
Okay, that's too much. That's too much. Sorry about it. I got carried away.
such energy.
Too much.
I mean, that's fine.
true.
I mean, that's how we do it. But yeah, this episode we have a special guest. You know,
That's true. We have a very
Being said,
special guest. We have,
Okay.
I guess, someone wants to be in our show.
we're just 2 episodes set. Maybe when in the next episode we have sponsors na char.
Yes,
Yeah,
we. Yeah, that's our aim. That's our aim.
That's the goal. That's the plan. We actually have goals for this podcast.
True.
Yeah,
That's the goal. Every episode, my improvement.
yeah, we need to improve every episode. So by like the end of season, we're we have more than one sponsor char. So yeah, we have a special guest, one of the dudes, and that is of course he's our legendary DM. I mean,
So,
legendary because
no.
he plays a lot of legendary tier games. He's the one. No, he's one of our very rare DMs who runs tier 4 D&D games. When others, well, not everyone, not all of us can handle T4. Jesus, I still can't do that. So yeah, actually, you can't even spell DMing without his name on it. That's how
That's true.
that's how next level his DMing is. So let's welcome DM Ming. Woo!
Hi, Ming.
Hi guys,
Hi.
no comment here.
Hi.
How are you?
So,
Okay, good, super dandy.
you're
Yeah.
dandy. So, Ming, welcome to our podcast. It's finally here, ain't it? I mean, how are you feeling? Nandito ka na.
How are you feeling being your first
Sikat na
guest?
ako.
Yeah. Mapapansay.
I'm talking to famous people.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling really good.
No edits. So yeah. Hmm? Oh my God.
Oh, nothing. Sorry. But we're getting distracted about something else. Sorry about that. But yeah, can you really introduce yourself to our, listeners,
Listener.
Ming, or our viewers?
I am DM Ming. My nickname here in Dudes and Dice. I am a dungeon master of D&D 5e. I run different games, Dungeon World, Legend of the Element, and Oasis. Run that pipeline. And I'm not very experienced like the other DMs. I do my best. I really hope that my players enjoy my games.
Oh, we totally do. I mean, I've played a number
Yeah,
of games.
we'll do. Oh, we always do.
That's why I call you legendary. Like the T4 I played under you. Well, my first T4 was very fun, and I'm pretty sure other
Yes.
players think so. Right, Seth? Have you played?
Yes.
Have you played any game as well?
Yeah, and and just fun fact for people who are listening to us.
Yeah.
Ming is actually my first DM when I played
Oh.
T4, and he helped me trying to make my PC or my character into becoming a demon king.
Oh.
And that was fine. That was freaking fine. And yeah, I owe it. That's why I'm kind of biased with Ming. I owe it. If I can, I will always tend to reserve him with my games. Sorry about that, guys. But guys, you are listening to our podcast. But yeah, I'm a little biased with Ming.
I mean, I think we all do. I'm sorry, Ming. I haven't reserved you for any games though.
It's totally fine.
I'm still a newbie myself, so I'm not that confident. But yeah, technically,
just-
yeah.
Just for disclaimer, Seth did talk to me about the Demon King plan, but the actual happenings was purely accidental. The fortune was just in her favor.
Yes.
Really?
I mean,
This is new.
Yeah,
I didn't know this Demon King thing you were going on with you.
I will make oh my god, I will make chika on you later. Sa Janno.
You're gonna make this is after podcast topic na.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it will be.
So I guess we have to get to the topic. Like today's episode kasi is about hardcovers, right? And Ming is currently running a hardcover himself. But I'd just like to ask, Ming, what was the first hardcover you played? The one you first participated in?
I only played under one hardcover with the mother. That is the legendary Curse of Strahd.
Ooh.
So how is it like? How does it feel like being your first time being a player in a hardcover?
Well, being my first hardcover and I was a real newbie to D&D. I didn't submit my backstory, but my character was a total blank except I just had a concept, wanted the ninja.
Yeah.
In a horror game.
Oh.
That's it. But it was great. It was. There were some memories to be had.
Yeah, I think everyone's first hardcover is memorable in some way. Like, I remember actually my first hardcover was right, Tiamat, Rise of Tiamat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's memorable in a number of ways because one, it's chaotic. We're a party of very chaotic people, despite my character being lawfully good. So we died almost we almost died in almost every session. Like that, we had this inside joke about 100d6 because one of our characters, like, remember Pepe, Pepe the frog, he died taking
Yeah.
even in
100d6 damage.
Frosties.
Yeah, yeah. Frosties also have near death experiences.
Close. One of my players, Zam,
Yeah.
is
Oh
also
my god.
a teammate of Janno in Rise of Tiamat.
Yeah.
They did encounter a cave with icicles on the ceiling, and it triggered a PTSD.
Yeah. Oh my god, they did it again. I think it's going
Yeah,
to
I
recover now.
heard. I think I heard. I
Yeah.
think I heard Zab saying like, nope, nope, no more, no more, nope, nope.
Yeah. They got traumatized by that. I mean, the
I
environment
think
is a
so.
deadly force. Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, I also had my hardcover. It was a short one. Since we actually started on technically T3 when it comes to like AL standards. So yeah, and it I, ca- I it is Out of the Abyss. It's one of the most stressful yet very fun hardcovers I had, and the funny thing is that hardcover is supposed to be combat heavy, but all of the players there are very RP centric players.
I prefer the role play more than the combat.
No, it's not really preferring the roleplay over the combat. It's more like when it comes to like describing our actions, we go all out of it, and there's madness incorporated in. And also we go all out of it. So
I guess
it is chaotic in that way.
yeah. I guess you can't really separate hardcover and
Mhm.
chaos. Chaos.
Chaos.
So yeah.
So so Ming, can you tell us? Well, since you are DMing, can you tell us more about this hardcover that you're running?
Um, I'm running the hardcover campaign, which is Icewind Dale, Rime of Maiden, and it is set 2 years right before Curse of Strahd, actually, the timeline.
Yeah.
And it is an interesting campaign because it was advertised as horror, but so far, my experience with it is almost comedy. Almost. There are parts that turn into a, well, I try to describe it into horror scenes, but
Yeah.
there
It had,
it's just the scenes that turn into tragedy more than horror itself. Hard
aw.
to it's hard to get into the scene of horror itself if the actual setting it is pretty barren. I will tell you that the entirety of Icewind Dale is empty as hell.
Yeah. Though you
And
seem, I just wanna ask. You seem to have fun times though. Like, what was that? I know you. I remember you mentioning things about aliens in your
oh yeah,
in your sessions.
Yeah, that's true.
I was
uh,
that got me. Like, I was confused when you were like, what's going on?
yes, minor spoilers for the playing Ice Rime of the Frostmaiden. There is a part of uh, well, one quest actually of a nautiloid ship by um, small mind flayers called gnome ceremorphs who got crash landed into the province. And
Yeah.
one my party got a quest from an NPC to investigate that crash because there are traces scientific knowledge to be gained That right. Quote unquote, you're right.
Ooh.
And when they got there, they encountered really tiny mind flayers called
Yeah.
gnome squidlings. I see they are
Oh my
really
god.
cute.
The Ming flares.
Yeah, and players as usual. What doesn't if they are a bit aggressive,
Yeah.
they get attacked immediately. And yeah, my players had to, well, they killed the tiny players, which had an interesting ability actually. It was named Mind Tickle.
Oh.
And
Wait,
yeah,
what?
yeah, the
That's
signature move
interesting.
of the Mind Flayers, the Mind Blast,
Yeah.
it's a very inferior version of that. It's just DC 5, let's say.
That's cute.
Only animals
Yeah.
would get stunned by that. Um,
Imagine
yeah,
Mind
hitting on
tickle.
that one.
and so when that happened, the party hid the bodies of those squidlings and then moved up into the ship, where they met with some of the gnome ceremorphs, the 3 feet tall mind flayers who
Oh.
don't telepathic. And what happened was the ceremorphs were not that aggressive, curious, and when they asked about the squidlings, which the players killed, uh, the party just
No.
gave an excuse that they went out into the tundra by themselves, and the ceremorphs were
Oh my god.
more or less mortified by that development. Had to ask the party to help them get to the penttowns, search their boys, as
Oh
they call them,
no.
and it became what called earlier the tragedy part. And uh,
Oh my
well,
god.
the out of context, they get laser rifle in an otherwise medieval setting. It's really cool and sad.
Yeah. I mean, the idea of just so all of a sudden there were xenomorphs and laser rifles. It was
Yeah,
it's it,
I did tell Janor before that it was teetering very close to homebrew, even though
yeah.
I was uh,
It seems very out of this world. It's almost like a homebrew.
well, it's
Yeah,
literally
it
out
feels
of
like
this
it.
world.
Yeah. It's just
I mean, well,
yeah. You go on.
knowing Ming's players for that hardcover, they look
Yeah.
cute as fuck. But man, they're when it comes to chaos, they go all out. And as a player myself, and I've played with them, some of them,
Yep.
I tend to be scared with their ideas because I
Yeah.
am easily persuade,
Yes.
and
Actually, same.
the chaos I will go anywhere where the chaos is,
Uh,
which
uh,
pretty
uh,
much
yeah,
what's happening every time I play with them.
I mean, we have diba? We have one of our DMs certain motto is that if it's stupid, I'll allow it. like
True, true.
I
Shut up, Marbs. Marbs, I love you, Marbs.
shut up. I mean, yeah, it's usually fun then kasi if you want to adapt to the chaos. But as a DM, I think especially as a for a hardcover, I think it takes skill to to keep up with such chaotic parties. So Ming, how do you prepare for such situations? Like you're you've been DMing for a while, and you're currently DMing a hardcover with notoriously chaotic party. So how do you handle such situations?
Um, for one thing, I am well versed in game of Dungeon World with PBT setting,
Yeah.
Ellipse, and that game is narrative first. So whenever my players have some kind of idea, which is sounding logical,
Yeah.
like destroying a wall or something, get ahead of people, then yeah, I usually allow it. Why the hell not? Sounds cool.
Yeah.
And
The cool
yeah,
rule.
uh, being flexible about the parties, very important
Yeah.
game as.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I
I
think
mean,
that's
Although it is hard to steer them the right
true.
direction when it gets out of hand.
True.
all of them are very hard to steer.
It's
I
like
mean,
that.
except for one, I think.
It's
Uh,
like
Yeah, except for one. Archer is the only one that I could say that you could. Okay, Archer, this is what we're gonna do, and that's I don't know. He will do what you'll tell him what to do. But for the rest,
I mean, to be fair to
oh
Arthur,
boy, they,
he's a DM himself, so he probably understands the pain.
yeah,
yes. I mean, no, all of them are DMs. By the way,
not really
I
all
think
of them.
the only one
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
yeah only one of
Them is
them are not a DM, but still, most of them are DMs.
I know the
I
pain.
mean, kudos for Ming for handling his players.
if we're a bunch of babysitters, we're the best one of all of us.
True,
Really,
I
true.
know
I
we're
give
really,
my best.
Yeah.
we're really scolding them in this, in this episode. Oh my god.
Let
We're
me
just
guess. I
calling them
give
out.
Yeah. calling out behaviors. I mean, it's not
No.
like it's not like we're not guilty of that. We also,
I mean, yeah,
yes, I mean,
I think Ming will be frustrated. Not very frustrated, but will say like, "Oh no, here we go. Here she goes again with her stupid ideas.
so done with everyone's.
I'm so
no,
done with everyone's shenanigans."
The,
they're behaving quite
yeah.
fine, Dale.
Hmm?
They are.
Sort of.
So shocked.
Uh,
Why are you so
eh,
surprised?
well, there is Zam who wanted a moose in Icewind Dale, and I tried to search uh, for for a place where you could actually find a moose, and lo and behold, there is one. It's a tier one quest. Uh, spoilers, but it's a tier one quest. But I just gave part of quest to him so that he could actually get his requested moose. Although that moose is not very friendly.
Well, you've been spoiling them at ano. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess so. They, it's mostly a safari expedition.
oh yeah, that's true. Ice safari.
It feels like it now. Oh, Ming, can you tell us about what was his name? Chambadi something amigo?
Oh
Somebody, pal,
yeah.
friend, amigo. Uh,
What
that
ano?
is a snowy owlbear, local to the area.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, just to give you context, in Icewind, in Frostmaiden campaign, there is a supplemental addition to character stories called the Secrets, and some of them give just roleplay potential, but others can give mechanical bonuses. Like one of my players got the secret of Owlbear Whisperer,
Oh.
and that gives him an ability to somewhat communicate with owlbears. And what happened was during the time when one of the characters met their mother, uh, adoptive mother, they also encountered owlbear, who was hungry, but the player who had the owlbear was for pet. He moved up to the owlbear. He's a halfling and tall owlbear, and he just made gang signs. You know that
God.
whatever signs there are. And
Imagine
what
being
happened
gangsta
was
towards an owl.
he was persuasive enough to
Oh my god.
tame that owlbear.
This is why we shouldn't dump persuade, we shouldn't dump charisma mods.
Yeah, I never do. That's why I have so many warlocks.
I mean, my fighters have dumped that, that's why they're not so persuasive. And I just got into charisma type casters recently, and I just realized the power of persuasion can go to that to those lengths. Oh my god, that's so
True.
hilarious. Imagine persuading
Well,
an owlbear.
it's not fully cooperative though. For the
That's
most part, since the player is usually not around,
yeah.
so I just have the owlbear bite on that character, just fling him around like a chew toy,
Oh my god.
and
But
that's
yeah,
where the
speaking of
comedy
ano,
comes.
Yeah.
but yeah, speaking of like the persuasion and things. Speaking of it, since we're on the topic of rolling something, how about we go into our very new segment, Janno?
The segment we just made this morning.
Yes, it is very fresh.
It's very fresh.
Yes.
It's called-
Not 20 or not one.
yeah,
So
based
Ming,
on
we
the-
have one question.
Yep.
See, this is very fresh. We're not even rehearsed. We haven't rehearsed this.
Yep.
It's very fresh.
So sad.
But
Oh my god.
so yeah, Ming, we're gonna ask you one question, and you can answer which part of the question that's related to the question is a not 20 or a not 1. So the
Not
question is,
Billing.
is being a hardcore DM is a not 20 or a not 1 experience for you?
Hardcover DM.
Mhm.
It's definitely not 20. I love
Ooh.
my part.
What makes you like it so much?
Despite their
What's
antics.
the
Well, they are lovable. Every character.
true. But so far though, what's the not 20 experience that you and your players experience throughout this hardcover? Like, if you can pick one, how you call this? One
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 moment?
experience or one situation, one moment, in a way.
That's worth. This is a nat 20 moment for you.
True,
Not
true.
20 moment would be when again spoilers, but there is the thing called a Shardolin dragon.
Yeah.
The 10 towns.
Ooh.
And one of the members, Heidi, a tiny halfling wild magic barbarian. She climbed onto the flying dragon, and when she got onto it, of course she attacked it and all that, but the dragon made a sudden move to skip the town it was attacking, go into move to another town, bringing Heidi with it and not the party members, the other party members.
Oh
So,
no!
When during the flight, it was high up in the air, just above the frozen lake. She managed to hack it down and destroy it. But what happened was she landed on the water itself, of the frozen lake, along with the dragon.
Oh no. Oh
Uh,
no.
she had to swim back to shore in freezing cold water alone. Well,
That
uh,
sounds
the
like
the
Yeah.
party was chasing after them, but when they got to Heidi, what just happened? A group hug with of the characters.
ah
It's a definitely heartwarming moment, and every most of the characters gave their warmth, body warmth, their coat to little Heidi, who is drenched in cold water, but she is a dragon slayer now.
that's so cool.
Oh, that's so cool though. I know the player who plays Heidi, and this is my first time hearing this. Like, bro.
Wow. So epic, bro.
I mean, wow. Yeah, that's definitely that takes a not 20
True.
part of our But unfortunately, guys, Jano, Ming,
Yeah.
we have our podcast for tonight or today, this day or whatever. We don't discriminate time.
Ran out ran out of time.
We're out of time,
Wow.
guys.
But that was a fun 30-minute chat about that. About hardcovers and experiences of running and playing those. So yeah, thanks a lot,
That's
Ming,
true.
for sharing your experiences as a DM.
Definitely welcome. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, so that's it for this evening. Thank you very much. Woo!
And woo, we're done.
We're
Oh my
done.
god. We just did our second episode, guys.
That's it.
But
That's about
again,
7
thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Ming, for again coming here and humoring us.
and joining us in the
And
chaos.
mhm.
I love this chaos.
Yeah, it's a welcome chaos.
It's a welcome chaos.
So
And
that's it for how to not
get caught.
in your own
Fireball.
one.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.